your grace nga kami magkahiusa ang alang sa kaiwan namong tanan. Kini amo ang gipangayo pinagi sa imong bugtong anak nga si Jesucristo uban sa panabang ni Mama Mary, ang inahan sa Dios. Amen. Sa ngalan sa Ama, sa Anak, sa Espiritu Santo. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Councilor Enrico Salcedo, and for the singing of our national anthem. And for the Cagayan de Oro March. Maayong hapon sa tanan. We proceed. Okay.
Ay, volume ano eh.
Okay.
Diri sir. Ay volume diri sa mong diri.
Ay, volume eh.
Maayong hapon. So, well, before we proceed, I would like to thank all the regular members of the City Council na natigduyog sa atong kagulanan o kasubo. Nahitabo itong niaging mga semana. And to all the men and women sa City Council, salamat kayo sa kaninyo tanan, salamat. And so as our sa business sector o sa katawhan na diduyog po o pakita sa suporta, salamat kayo. Natong tanan, salamat.
Again, Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the City Council, we would like to express our deepest sympathy to you and to the family of your brother, to Congressman Clarex Uy, to Kapitana Lorna, to your brother Buding, and the entire family of the late Kagawad, your brother, Tawi.
Thank you, Majority. Yeah. Salamat kayo. And it touched the deep of my heart. Salamat. So, anyway, what is life all about? Life is the function of life is to live and not to exist. So, at least not to yang gikuan. So, time is up. Ihagit tong kapanahonan. Well, you have to go on, continue to serve as well the people of Cagayan de Oro. Again, salamat kayo. So at this moment of time, our very own secretary, Mr. Secretary, can you do the roll? The roll call it, and determine if we do have a quorum this afternoon.
Honorable Renar Joaquin VOI, City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer. For the first District Councilors, Honorable Edna M. Dahino, Honorable J.R. Pascual, Honorable Roger G. Abaday, Honorable Saldi O. Ocon, Honorable George is Goking, Honorable Ruben R. Daba,
Here.
Honorable Jordan G. Swan, Honorable Romeo V. Calizo. For the second District Councilors, Honorable Joylene Mercedes L. Balaba, Honorable Maria Lourdes Isgaani, Honorable Ian Mark Pinacraya, Honorable Suzette G. Magtahas Daba, Honorable Tudolfo E. Lau Jr.,
Present.
Honorable Enrico Di Salcedo, Honorable Jocelyn B. Rodriguez, Honorable Edgar S. Cabanlas. For the ex-officio members, Honorable Yan Lam Islim, Liga ng mga Barangay President, and
Happy
Honorable
birthday.
Catherine Arseno, City SK Federation President. There is quorum, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. So we do have a quorum, but before to proceed, I would like to greet our birthday celebrant. We have celebrating his birthday this afternoon. Since he's not yet around, so maybe later on we can proceed to a birthday song. So again, we would like to greet happy birthday, Councilor Alam Lim, but he's not yet around, no? So maybe later on. So at this moment, so we do have a quorum. Thank you, Mr. Secretary. So Majority Floor Leader, Ayan Mark Kiblat na kaya may hapon kanimo Majority Floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And good afternoon to our colleagues, friends from the media, fellow Cagayanons, mayong hapon. I move, Mr. Chairman, to dispense with the reading of the minutes of meeting on November 15, 2021, and to consider the furnishing of its copy to every member as the reading itself.
Properly moved by the Majority Floor
Second.
Leader. And a
Second.
seconded. Correction, is there any correction? Correction? Hearing none, hearing none. So it is hereby approved.
Likewise, move for the approval of the said minutes of meeting.
Likewise, for its finality.
Second.
Seconded.
We have on the next portion of the agenda, Mr. Chairman, the committee report on the GA proposed motion number 2021-07 to hear the chairperson, presiding officer of the City Council Committee of the Whole on the report on the results and or findings of its inquiry on the special report of Councilor Enrico D. Salcedo regarding the reports in the Tri-Media alluding that Honorable Congressman Rolando Clarex AOA is among those allegedly included in the narco-politician list of President Rodrigo R. Duterte. We have with us the presiding officer and the chairperson of the Committee of the Whole, Mr. Chairman, no less than the chair of the Committee on Police, Fire, and Public Safety, Councilor Romeo Calizo. May we ask the chair to recognize Councilor Calizo.
With Councilor Romeo Calizo, our committee chairman, or the committee as a whole, and so as to the Peace and Order Committee Chair. You have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Presiding Officer. Good afternoon to you.
Mayong hapon kanimo.
Good afternoon to all the members of the 19th City Council and all the guests around, and to the public who is now viewing and having a good look at the ongoing session of the 19th City Council today. It is my distinct honor and pleasure, Mr. Presiding Officer, to provide a report on what had transpired last November 17 on the proceedings of the Committee of the Whole. The subject matter of which, Mr. Presiding Officer, is an offshoot of the special report of Councilor Enrico Salcedo during the 113th regular session of the 19th City Council on November 15, 2021, relative to the reports in the tri-media, particularly in the radio program of Councilor Saldi O. Ocon, alluding that Honorable Congressman Rolando Clarex Uy as among those allegedly included in the narco-politician list of President Duterte. There were 13 members present during that meeting, Mr. Chairman, and we have invited guests who are supposed to be an authority to prove or disprove that indeed said list is official, authentic, or otherwise. And these are the following. Representing the regional director of PIDEA 10 was the provincial officer of PIDEA, Mr. Expedito Cardona Jr., who himself is an expert in the management of validation, listing, delisting, and adjudication of those involved in those lists involving personalities who are involved in drugs. Second is Agent Maria Veronica Pontillas of the National Bureau of Investigation, Northeastern Mindanao Regional Office, representing the regional director, and representing the Philippine National Police is no other than the director of the Cagayan de Oro City Police Office, Colonel Aaron Mandia. And for other legal opinions and other legal terms needed, we invited Attorney Jose Sabanal of the City Legal Office. During the meeting, Mr. Presiding Officer, the provincial officer of PIDEA manifested that they did not find the name of Honorable Congressman Uy per validation of the Interagency Drug Information Database, or the PIDEA IDID, of the Interagency Committee on Anti-Illegal Drugs, ICAD, that is supposedly containing the official, I say again, official list of personalities involved in illegal drugs. And only the President of the Philippines has the authority to divulge and read the list. Supervising Agent Maria Veronica Pontillas of the NBI and Police Colonel Aaron Mandia of COCPO both categorically disclosed that no drug-related complaints or any pending case have been lodged in both offices involving Honorable Congressman Uy from involvement in the illegal drugs trade in order to put an end to such innuendos and allegations in the tri-media. On motion, therefore, of Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, and were severally seconded by members of the said committee, the body adopted a resolution that in the official records of PIDEA, which is supposed to be the only authority in managing and maintaining an information database of personalities involved in drugs. It has been claimed that Honorable Rolando Clarex AUE, Congressman, 1st District, Cagayan de Oro City, is not in the list of drug lords or personalities involved with illegal drugs trade pursuant to their records. So, Mr. Presiding Officer, as a conclusion of that particular committee meeting, we have adopted a resolution that officially and on records, indeed, the name of Congressman Rolando Clarex Uy does not appear in official records of list involving personalities who are involved in the drugs trade. So that's my official report. This is my report for this afternoon, Mr. Presiding Officer. As a conclusion of the meeting of the Committee of the Whole that has been conducted last November 17th. Thank you very much, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Romeo Calizo, the committee chairman on the Peace and Order, and so as to the committee chairman as a whole conducted for this result for the inquiry about the alleged, and so as about the special report of Councilor Enrico Salcedo about clarificatory question about this involving a public servant or official of our locality. Thank you, Councilor Romeo Calizo. Majority Floor Leader.
May I also add further, Mr. Chairman? During the Committee of the Whole meeting presided over by Councilor Romeo Calizo, we have laid down the predicates of the intention of the City Council. Why even in this political season, the City Council investigated or made an inquiry pursuant to the report, special report of Councilor Enrico Salcedo. Narco politician, as alluded to, and assailed to be one of those listed in the list of President Digong Duterte, is a serious matter, and which seriousness raised public interest and concern. And because of that, Mr. Chairman, the City Council as a whole, or even as an individual member of the council, should take cognizance and pursue, not in a public discussion, which is not the case, should be, because there are venues that should be taken where this issue on illegal drugs and narco politicians should be placed. While the subject matter of Councilor Enrico Salcedo, which brought to fore before the City Council during his special report, is Congressman Clarex Uy, and the one assailing is a member of the City Council, Councilor Zaldi Ocon, is another avenue that this City Council should look deeper, because as an individual member, we have a responsibility and accountable to the public, particularly to our sworn duty as member of the City Council, and not more than anything else. I laud and praise Councilor Enrico Salcedo for raising the matter before the City Council and for all the members to participate in the proceeding during the Committee of the Whole meeting. Because it is only in this process and in this venue as a City Council, being the representative council of Cagayanos, that all issues be raised and be decided and be taken cognizance from. And we are very happy that our resource persons were very open in divulging necessary information. No less than the team leader of the province and the city. I understand he represented both the province and the city of PDEA, articulating that in the IDID or the data system where the interdepartment agencies created by President Rodrigo Duterte, that which function is to receive information, investigate the information, whether or not it is correct, and appreciate the same. And if all this information, as alleged that they are participating in narco-politics or even in illegal drugs, should be incorporated in the IDID. Whether it is in the past data or in the present or in the future, the same IDID or interdepartment data administration system is being utilized by the President of the Republic, by PDEA, and all the interagency, which forms part these departments as created by the President. In other words, whether the question is Congressman Clarex Uy was included in the IDID in the past or the old book or data system or in the present, the answer of the PDEA city provincial team leader, he is not found and he was not even investigated because there was no issue or information that prompted these agencies to investigate Congressman Clarex Uy. I am not stipulating all the facts, Mr. Chairman, just to defend a mayoral candidate or my mayoral candidate, but I am stipulating the facts for the record of the City Council as reported to us and gathered during the Committee of the Whole meeting. And we would like to inform the public, a council whose authority is also to inform the public, not only to legislate laws, but we have the responsibility to also inform and to use this platform to inform the public that indeed in the record of the interdepartment data administration system of the interdepartment created by President Digong, there is no name listed as part of the narco-politicians Congressman Rolando Clarex Uy, Mr. Chairman. So I just want to amplify the report of Councilor Romeo Calizo, because personally, Mr. Chairman, I am alarmed because we too are politicians. Ambot unsay buhaton sa kanang media kay sayon ra Manila mangguba. Naman sila association dia. Sayon ra kayo sila muguba og tao, og politiko, og personay kun dili ilang kampo. Dayon okay lang dayon. this event has been coming in and out, and I'm personally disturbed nga inana ang atong kuan, ang social norm nato, and we fear media because they have the microphones, they have the loudspeaker, and because of that, naggara na yun ang uban ng mga personalities nga naa din na. That's another angle that we should consider discussing, Mr. Chairman. So thank you. If kung wala, napamay mo react, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Majority Floor Leader Ayan Mark Kiblat Nakaya. Okay, Councilor Roger Abaday.
Thank you very much, Sir Presiding Officer. My colleagues in the City Council and all people who are watching us online and media friends, good afternoon. Mr. Chairman and my colleagues, this is just a reminder that the City Council are part or component of justice system. Any matters involving public interest, we are involved and we should have to involve ourselves and look for any resolution to that matter. Now, the local legislative, there are two legislative powers. One is the investigation pursuant to its ordinance making power or an aid of legislation. The other investigatory power is the administrative investigation pursuant to a quasi-judicial power of the members of the legislative. And I would like to ask our good friends, our colleagues, Saldi Ukon, and what is his role in bringing this matter, this issue? Because this issue, as he brought in public, this involves public interest. It involves the city of Cagayan de Oro, the honor and integrity of the city council, and the person involved himself. But I'm just asking him, if it is, if he's acting as either of the two which I mentioned, as a member of the city council, as a legislator, the proper procedure should have, you should have a proper resolution. If you find out that these are against the law, matters that are affecting public interest, you have to find ways and resolution and refer this matter to the proper forum. Until now, we have done our initiative in order to resolve this issue. Never come with us, so. And our purpose is just to find the truth. That is really the truth. That's why I invited those agencies. We are supposed to refute the integrity or the credence of that issue, Mr. Chairman. So this should be a proper resolution, and I am inviting our colleague, Councilor Ukon, that you should bring that to the proper forum, so that there should be resolution, whatever will be. If it is true or not, then it can be resolved. It's unfair also for those who are concerned, Mr. Chairman. So I'm inviting my colleagues, so Councilor Saldi Ukon, to bring that to the proper forum so that public will know. And the truth will set you free or set us free. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Roger Abaday. Okay, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I attended the committee of the whole hearing, and I think everybody was there. Also, Councilor Ukon was present during the time. And the conclusion of the committee is that there is no evidence of whatever nature that Congressman Tariq Soy is involved in drug business. With that, Mr. Chairman, that issue could have been earlier resolved if Saldi, as a member of the City Council, would have brought that issue before the City Council, not outside the City Council. Because she is not an outsider of the City Council. Especially that the issue that he was talking about involves public interest. It also involves the character and integrity of the members of the City Council. Because all of us here, I think, if not the majority of us here, are closely connected with Clarix Soy. A mere picture will destroy us, Mr. Chairman. It has been observed in the past that a mere picture with drug lord is considered as evidence of collusion. Now, that means that if a mere picture can affect our integrity, how much more a declaration in public that Clarix Soy is drug lord. Everybody then is affected. Those who are close to Clarix Soy. With that, it would have been proper if using his power as a member of the City Council, broad power, to start an investigation whether it is true or not, to protect the institution of the City Council, to protect its integrity, not only the members, but the name of the City Council, being all of us are connected with Clarix Soy. Whether small or large, we've been together. Now, so with that, he did not avail of that opportunity to use us, to use the City Council as a vehicle for a good investigation. Instead, he went out from the City Council, where we don't have the power to investigate. Isulti lang dito, Manil, pero there is no proper forum for a good investigation, a good inquiry. So with that, Mr. Chairman, this is not against Saldi personally, but we are pointing out the action that he has taken. So we are not attacking him on the personal aspect of him being a member of the City Council, but on the action that he has taken. Was it proper? Was there any violation of the ethical standards that is required of us as members of the City Council? Not as a member of the media, but as a member of the City Council. Was there any trespass of that perimeter that encloses us from the rest being members of this respected institution that is created by the Constitution? I am therefore proposing two actions. One, I want to request that all the proceedings that was made during the investigation of the Committee of the Whole be preserved and recorded, and the records of that proceedings be forwarded to Clarix Soy for to Congressman Oy for his reference. For any future action that he may take, copy furnished, and also a forwarded copy to the Office of the President, forwarded copy to the Chief of the PDEA, The chief of the PDEA is a former regional director here of Cagayan de Oro. And second action that I would like to request is to forward that record to the Committee on Blue Ribbon to look into the matter and to consider the question whether there was a violation of the ethical standard set by the House rules of the City Council. And if there is, then start the formal investigation to clear or not to clear the name of the City Council and also of Councilor Saldi Ocon. That will be my move, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas. At the proper time. So,
Actually, we can take cognizance because this is not part of the special report. This is part of the regular item in the agenda, Mr. Chairman. If Councilor Cabanlas is seriously moving, and there should be second to the motion. Severally seconded, Mr. Chairman.
so at the proper time, majority floor. So, well, the first and foremost, the one that reported as asked by our fellow member, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, for the record, and so as the minutes formally, Mr. Secretary. Mr. Secretary, can we ask the minutes about that proceeding or that committee as a whole for the presence of the PDEA and so as the NBI and so as the PNP and so as the legal officer? Well, PDEA is under directly to the office of the president and so as the National Bureau of Investigation. They reportedly direct to the president. So that could be one that we have to extract from that committee as a whole meeting and so as any other related, since I'm part of it, since I am as an official and so as involving about my family as well. So that could be a lot to us, especially for the cases that make it supporting documents about this issue allegedly. So thank you. So
Mr. Chair,
any other? Okay,
Mr. Chair.
Okay, Councilor Saldi Ocon.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First, condolence,
Thank you.
the untimely demise of your brother, especially to the Berry family. In fact, I was there when the late barangay councilor Lubong. I was there around 6 o'clock in the evening to pay respect to the burial of your brother. To my honorable members of the city council, especially to Attorney May Pari, Edgar Cabanlas, and May Pari, Councilor Roger Abaday. Mr. Presiding Chair, first, I am not lambasting the credibility of the 19th Council, which I am a member. Because first, the Honorable Rolando Claricoy is not a member of the City Council. In other words, the direct person and interest as far as this expression of mine is concerned. I am not bringing this issue, Mr. Presiding Chair, as a member of the City Council, but as a legitimate members of the tri-media of the City of Cagayan de Oro. especially for public concern or public interest. Mr. Chair, the direct person involved is not the honorable members of the Sixth Council. The direct person who is involved as far as this alleged matter which I has exposed on air is no less than the Honorable Congressman Rolando Claricoy. So wala ma-appeal ang City Council ini, Mr. Chairman. In fact, gusto ko that the Honorable Congressman Claricoy should bring this matter before the office, before the regular session of the Congress to ask the chairman or the speaker of the lower house to clear his name and questioning the record as far as the office of the president is concerned, the record of the president is concerned, para like other person involved, niadto man kang presidente, ilang man gi-clear ang ilang pangalan. Mr. Presiding Officer, may respect. I myself, di man kumutuo nga si Claric Traglod. Huwag man ko makakita. Ang ako lang, nasa akong listahan. Muna ito bagon. Ang problema, dili man ako'y nagpadako. Ang council may nagpadako. Ang mga media may nagpadako. Ako na may hinauidautan, Mr. Chair. So, as far as the secrecy of the document is concerned, dili ni basta-basta ipaluguan na ako, Mr. Chairman. Otherwise, I am violating the secrecy of the document of the President. Remember, Mr. Chairman, that there is a separate power between the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. So, dili pwede. Una nga, kung gusto may tabo, Mr. Chairman, wala na ako buling-bulingi ang City Council. Labaw sa tanan. Wala di katungod ang council. Pagpatawag na ako, even sa Blue Ribbon Committee. Kultiyantam, why? Kaya wala ko ni gidala sa council. Gidala ko ni sa iri. And to the bar of public opinion. So that the public may know. But until now, Mr. Presiding Officer, there is no any concrete answer coming from the mouth of our Honorable Congressman in the 1st District of Cagayan de Oro. You say, during the Committee of the Whole, which is chaired by the most respected member of the City Council, the Honorable Councilor Rumi Liso, namino ko. But during the deliberation, what the NBI or the PDS says, I will not confirm and I will not deny. But there is medyo makapalibog. Kaya at the end mayon, under the new list, wala ang ngalan sa atong amigo, Congressman Claric Soy. So na ay medyo, ang statement lang daan medyo questionable na. So kung dalhon ni sa korte, medyo dili ta magka-establish of facts, dili makakita og beyond reasonable doubt ang korte. Kay mismo, coming from the opinion and the statement of the PDA, matud pa nila, I will not confirm and I will not deny, but under the new list, wala. So iyan, inconsistent ang pamayag, Mr. Chairman. And the people of Cagayan de Oro, Mr. Chair, gituganan ko lang. Akong giinan ang katawhan sa Cagayan de Oro. Kung matubag ni, unungon ko ning isyu. Dili ang City Council ang matubag. Si Claric, Congressman Claric ang matubag ni. Kaya kung matubag ni, na certification coming from the office of the President that the Honorable Congressman Claric truly is not included in the list, official list of the President as far as the narco politics is concerned, well, I will stop the issue, Mr. Presiding Officer. I hope masabtan ko ninyo ni Ana. Wala mo'y labot. Si Pari Eric mo'y nagpakaulaw sa ako. Grabe yung pagpakaulaw gihimo sa ako. Usa may sala na ko ni pare Eric. O man ko'y sala. Salamat, Mr. Chairman. Salamat.
Okay, thank you, Councilor Saldi Ocon. Okay, Councilor Enrico Salcedo.
Daghang salamat, Mr. Chairman. Unang-una, ug may hapon day sa tanan. Unang-una, Mr. Chairman. Nganong nakauna ko o at least madunggan ni Councilor Saldi Ocon, nganong nakauna ko og special report. Tungod kay sa diyang dunggan nato nga iyang accusation against Congressman Clarix Uy as drug lord at risk ang atong peace and order rana ko. At the same time, Councilor Saldi Ocon is member siya sa City Council. Elected siya sa City Council as City Councilor, Mr. Chairman. Sunod, nadunggan akong tubag ni Congressman Clarix Uy through Magnum Radio. Kay dunggan through kang pinagi kang Jun Albino, dunggan ako nga wala gidya. Mr. Chairman, ang gusto lang pud nako nga makita nato ang pag-authenticity sa iyang gikubtan nga copy sa iyang ingon nga list or listahan sa number 45 kuno si Congressman Clarix Uy. Ana raman ka simple siguro nga makita lang nato sa City Council as member siya sa City Council, si Councilor Saldi Ocon. Kay para maklaro nato kung kinsay ka perma anang iyang copy. Kay kung panalitan kinsay ka perma, at least may bawaan nato kung piki ba na or authentic ba na ang iyang copy. Ana raman siguro ka simple. Kung pananglitan willing siya, kung dili ang iyang tumong pagpangdaot tuod lamang sa politika, Mr. Chairman. Kay naklaro man ako nga mo bitong gidala nako kay ang City Council is the proper venue para diadto makita kung politika ba ni or dili. Basta sa iyang gipakita, Mr. Chairman, nakita na nako, conclude ko nga politika ni. Daghang salamat.
Mr. Chair, immediate reaction. Immediate reaction, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Councilor Saldi Ocon.
Okay, salamat, Mr. Presiding Officer. Pari, mayong hapon. Mayong hapon, pare. Sa introduction pa lang, pare Eric, mingon ka, kung gisulat, ang akusasyon ni Saldi Ocon na si Congressman Clarix na sa listahan. Alam ito, korikyo, pare. Wala ko mag-akusar. Ang imong pagdungog maywa mainsakto. Wala ko mag-akusar. Mingon lang ko, nasa listahan unsa ni katinuod. Ako ba'y nag-akusar? Wala. Mali imong paminaw, pare. Ikaduha, mingon ka nga politika. Unsa nga pagkapolitika? Padaganong kong vice mayor, padaganong kong congressman sa Cagayan yun, wa kong dagat. Kuhaon ko ni Mayor Moreno, ipadagan ko sa pagka-board member sa Misamis Oriental. Misugot ko, narehistro ko March 12, 2021. Pagbayad ko 75 pesos. Kung politika ni, ano mag-file pa man ko sa Marso? Kanya ang filing October. So dili ni pare politika. Ako pare nga, ako nag-ubanta pila ka tuig. Ang ako lang respect sa to. Na may pagkaguba ang akong pangalan ani. Grabe kaguba ang akong pangalan. Tabangan ko sa radyo. Kita bambog mga radyo nga nagkumbati. Ako'y kitabangan karon panahon but I'm happy. Kay nahibaw ko nga nainaminaw. Pare, salamat kayo. Vice Mayor, again, condolences.
Thank you, Councilor Saldi Ocon. Okay, Councilor Enrico Salcedo.
Pare, salamat pare. Kung may numduman mo nag-istoryeta sa Figaro, October 20, di lang ako ilatin. Ako lang gi-remind talang ka sa pizza ug sa lugar nga nag-istoryeta. Ang ako lang ani pare nga simple ra gid kayo. Kay pinili man ka sa tao, pinili ko sa tao. Ang ako lang nga maklaro lang ang listahan kung unsa ka authentic na. Simple ra kayo, verified ba na ang imong listahan or isa lang ako ihangyo sa imo. Isulti lang karon. Kinsay ka pirma sa imong listahan dia. Daghang salamat.
Immediate reaction, Mr. Chair. Please.
Okay, Councilor Saldi Ocon.
Pare, Eric, mayong hapon. October 20, nakalimot ko. Salamat nga imo kong gi-remind ana. Sabuta nga magkapita dito. Amigo buta. Pero wala man ta maghisgot pare o druga. Ang imong giistorya dito. Ipangutana ko nimo. Pare, sidido na bagyog ka nga sa imong plano. Una pare imong pangutana sa ako. Ito na pare, di lagi na maklaro. O may atong gistoryahan. Pare, wala may lain na atong gistoryahan. Kaya karon may abot kang parilando. Imong gistoryahan dito, mudagan kog vice mayor. Wala mo ko nag-istoryahan. Imo ra man na. Napag-isulti nimo pare nga, di ko na lang isulti para dili madalahig ang uban akong atong mga kagawa din. Ikaw mismo nag-istorya sa ako. Di ko lang isulti kung kinsay ngalan. Nagitawagan ka sa atong kauban kay matud nimo na mga trap i-appeal nimo sa hauling sa San Angrabil. Nag-react ba ko ni ana? Wala. Ikaduha pare, maingon ka. Ikay namuliti ka. Gihingnan ko nimo. Pare, sultihan tikaw humanang eleksyon daog na si Clary. Di ba? Pero mo-react ba ko nimo ni ana? Wa, naghilom lang ko pare. Kay girespeto nako ang katungod. Anak lang pare, ay lang natudugangan ng isyu. The people of Cagayan de Oro. Labi pa sa nagbangutan ng pamilya until now. Let's calm. Ang ato, kung ako na sa iyo, din akong inon si Congressman Clary Soy. Ipaila naman siguro kung kaso.
Hello, Mr. Chairman, kundi ring.
Kuha naman siguro, Mr. Chair. Kailan siguro
Okay.
kung kaso.
Okay.
Ito na lang kumanubag, Mr. Chairman. Di na lang kumupatol kang para Eric.
Pare,
Thank you.
pare,
Pare.
isa lang pare.
Last
Apas
week,
lang.
Pare.
Kinsay gas pirma sa imong lista. Kinsay kung namagini signatory ana.
Pare, ang pirmahan sa presidente ang nasa Office of the President Secretary na. Kung ako ni karon ipambasahon deres, undan ta ka. Ano nga matay ni adin pila ka buok daghan kayo. Pa din ang ngalan ni Mayor Oscar Moreno. Si Mayor Moreno mi angkon istorya mi. Pero yung ni Mayor Saldi na clear na kung ngalan anak Sald. Wala pilabot ana. Yan na pud si
So,
atong amigo kung Clary. Ano mangita man kaglista? Ingna si Mayor kami angkon man siya.
point of
Siya
order,
pangutana.
Mr. Chairman, I guess we have
Okay.
already exhaustively discussed the
Oh.
matter. Pare,
Pare,
I have to call a
Thank you.
point of order.
thank you, thank you.
Okay, the point of order is taken. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader, for the reminder. Okay, since there is a pending motion, so as we rolled it out, the council has the cognizance of this matter since it involved public official. So as the function of the city council, we do have a quasi judicial function. So mugatag korte pero dili pud korte pero naa tay cognizance. Since it affects peace and order. And so as we are all the party involved is all public official of our locality. And so as this could be affect the public as well. So since there is a motion as concluded from the committee as a whole, chaired by Councilor Romeo Calizo, form part of this on this matter. So as the result for that conclusion of the committee as a whole, and then there is a proposal coming from Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, a motion a valid motion, and it is duly seconded by Councilor Maria Lourdes Gaani. And so, so there is three things about this, about that special report for that conclusion. And so as the extraction of the minutes from the committee as a whole, represented by the different agencies of the government, which is included the PDEA, NBI, PNP, and so as the legal officers of our locality. And the other thing that
So Congressman Clarix.
okay, furnish copy to the office of Congressman Clarix Uy, and so as furnishing copy for the office of the president, since this involvement, especially the list, is coming from the president as well. So there could be the protocol for the veracity or the legality and the legitimacy of this list. So properly moved and seconded. Objection. Is there any objection? Objection, there is none. Hearing none, it is hereby approved for that matter.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Second.
Okay, for its finality.
Second.
For its finality.
Second.
Seconded.
Second.
Proper, Mr. Chairman, we have item 1, proposed resolution number 2021-240, returning to Barangay Council of Barangay Agusan, the city's appropriation ordinance number 02 series of 2021, covering its supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2021, with a total estimated income of 1,796,252 pesos, with information that the ordinance is operative in its entirety. For its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority.
Second.
And a second.
Second.
Objection. Objection. Is there any? Is there any? There is none. Hearing none. Resolution number 2021-240 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense for its finality.
Second.
Seconded. Seconded.
Items 2, 3, 4, and 5, 5 and 6, Mr. Chairman, omnibus motion for they being with similar subject. 2, resolution number 2021-241, returning to Barangay Council of Barangay number 29, the city's appropriation ordinance number 2-2021, series of 2021.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader. And a second.
Second. Second.
May I proceed to items 3 to 6, omnibus motion?
Okay,
3,
carry on.
proposed resolution
Carry
number
on, majority
2000.
floor.
Thank you. 2021. Kindly check the microphone.
Okay, carry on, majority floor.
Returning to the Barangay Council of Barangay Tignapuluan, the city, its appropriation ordinance number 005 series of 2021. 4, proposed resolution number 2021-3, returning to the Barangay Council of Barangay Dansulion, the city, its appropriation ordinance numbers 1-2021 series of 2021. 5, proposed resolution number 2021-244, returning to Barangay Council of Barangay Tumpagon, the city, its appropriation ordinance number 01-2021 series of 2021. 6, proposed resolution number 2021-245, returning to Barangay Council of Barangay 26, the city, its ordinance number 1-2021 series of 2021, covering the respective annual budget for calendar year 2021 with the respective estimated incomes, with the information that said ordinances are operative in their entirety. Move for the approval of item 2 to 6, Mr. Chairman. Items.
Second.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader. Any second?
Second.
Seconded. Objection. Objection for this omnibus proposal or motion. Properly moved and seconded. Since there is no objection, resolution number 2021-241, resolution number 2021-242, resolution number 2021-243, resolution number 2021-244, resolution number 2021-245. It is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense for its finality.
Second.
Seconded.
7 is proposed resolution number 2021-246, earnestly requesting the Department of Public Works and Highways, DPWH Regional Office number 10 to facilitate the payment of just compensation to the families whose properties structures located at District 4, Sitio Balacanas, Barangay Puntod, this city are affected by the Mega Dikes project prior to relocating them to the city's relocation sites for humanitarian reason. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by
Second.
the majority floor leader, seconded.
Second.
Objection. Objection, none. None. Resolution number 2021-246 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense
Second.
penalty, seconded.
Second.
Proposed ordinance number 2021-188, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Oscar S. Moreno to enter into sign the Memorandum of Understanding MOU with the Ayala Foundation Incorporated, AFI, to be represented by its attorneys, in fact, Joanna Maria O. Duarte and Rosalie A. Dimaano, and the Oro Integrated Cooperative OIC to be represented by its Chief Executive Officer, Floriano R. Hilot, and its chairperson, Hermes G. Vergara, covering the collaboration of the parties in the implementation of the Kalipi/ERPAT UCHG livelihood project in the city. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader,
Second.
second. Objection. Objection. Hearing none. Hearing none. Ordinance number 2021-188 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense for its finality.
Second.
9 is proposed ordinance number 2021-189, granting 1 grade salary increase from grade 18/8 to grade 19/8 to Mr. Orville C. Querques, Administrative Officer 5, Jer Borja General Hospital, this city, who compulsorily retired from the government service last October 21, 2021, pursuant to Section 30 RA 7305 Magna Carta for Public Health Workers. And for this reason, appropriating the sum of 22,150 pesos and 66 centavos from the item personal services salary savings of item number 301, psychologist 2, for the period January 1 to 22, 2021, in the 2021 annual budget of the said hospital to be made available for the payment of the 3 month salary differential of said employee. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority.
Second.
Any second? Seconded. Objection. Objection. Hearing none. Hearing none. Ordinance number 2021-189 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense.
Second.
Seconded.
Number 10 is proposed ordinance number 2021-190, authorizing the city accountant, the city, to charge the amount of 60,500 pesos to the item Special Project Program dash City Mining Regulatory Board, MOE, other maintenance and operating expenses in the 2021 annual budget of the City Local Environment and Natural Resources Office, CLENRO, this city to cover payment for the unpaid honorarium for the period July to December 2020 of the members of the board, technical working group, and secretary of the City Mining Board. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader. Any second?
Second.
Regular members, seconded by Councilor Ruben Daba. Objection. Is there any objection? None. Hearing none. Ordinance number 2021-190 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense for its
Second.
finality. Seconded.
Number 11 is proposed ordinance number 2021-191, appropriating the sum of 197,670 pesos and 77 centavos from the item non-office general public services, personal services, terminal leave benefits, earmarked for Ms. Floresa M. Sabugaa, housing and home site, regulatory officer 5, City Housing Urban Development Department should, in the 2021 annual budget, to be made available for the payment of the terminal leave pay of the herein former employees of the City Planning and Development Office, CPDO, to wit, as listed, Mr. Chairman, in the boxes. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader. Any second?
Second.
Seconded. Objection? Is there any objection? Hearing none. Hearing none. Ordinance number 2021-191 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense.
Second.
Seconded.
Number 12 is proposed ordinance number 2021-192, repealing ordinance number 11246-2008, otherwise known as the Business Permit Registration Plate Ordinance of Cagayan de Oro City, and likewise delisting the provisions thereof from the Article T of Ordinance number 12860-2014, otherwise known as the Cagayan de Oro City Revenue Code of 2015. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Seconded. Objection? Objection? None. Hearing none. Ordinance number 2021-192 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Second.
With penalty, seconded.
Number 13 is proposed ordinance number 2021-193, approving the development plan of Golden Heaven Memorial Park, Puerto CDO, with an area of 35,205 square meters, containing 87,069 lots and 109 family estates located in Barangay Puerto de City, as applied for by the City Golden Bria Holdings Incorporated, represented by Ms. Estrella Maris Aguilar, subject to the compliance of the conditions imposed by the City Housing and Urban Development Department, City Engineer's Office, and City Housing Board. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader.
Second.
Seconded. Objection? Objection. Hearing none. Ordinance number 2021-193. Since there is no objection after all, it is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense with
Second.
penalty, seconded.
Number 14 is proposed ordinance number 2021-194, approving the preliminary subdivision development plan of the subdivision project of the Balubal Santan Homeowners Association with an area of 21,864 square meters, containing 135 lots, BP 220-Socialized Housing Project, located in Barangay Balubal de City, as applied for by Ms. Rosie Inayo, HUA President, subject to compliance of the conditions imposed by the City Housing and Urban Development Department, CHUD, City Engineer's Office, and City Housing Board. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader. Any second?
Second.
Seconded. Objection? Objection? None. Hearing none. Ordinance number 2021-194 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Second.
Penalty, seconded.
Number 15 is proposed ordinance number 2021-195, approving the development plan DP of Tierra Nava Lumbian subdivision project with an area of 74,657 square meters, containing 822 lots units for economic housing project under BP 220, located in Barangay Lumbia City, as applied for by the Jandorf Ventures Corporation, represented by Ms. Sophia L. Roque, subject to compliance of the conditions imposed by the City Housing and Urban Development Department, City Engineer's Office, and City Housing Board. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader.
Second.
Seconded. Objection? Objection? None. Hearing none. Ordinance number 2021-195 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense for its penalty.
Second.
Seconded.
Number 16 is proposed ordinance number 2021-196, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Oscar S. Moreno to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement MOA with the Department of Science and Technology 10, represented by Regional Director Alfonso P. Alamban, and the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines, USTP, represented by its President Ambrosio B. Cultura III, PhD, covering the implementation of the research and development project entitled Methane Gas and Organic Fertilizer Recovery as Water Waste Improvement Strategy in the City Slaughterhouse Facility under the terms and conditions stipulated therein. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved.
Second.
Floor leader, seconded. Objection?
Bibunin the
Is there any objection? Is there any? There is none. Hearing none. Ordinance number 2021-196 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Second.
Penalty.
May session ni
Seconded.
David, oh. Nailain session. Move for inclusion of items 17 and 18, Mr. Chairman.
For inclusion, any second? Seconded.
Second.
Carry on, majority floor.
Subject to pasalubong.
Mm.
Number 17 is proposed resolution number 2021-247, designating Honorable Enrico D. Salcedo, City Councilor of Cagayan de Oro, Philippines, as Ambassador of Goodwill to the USA on the occasion of his travel thereto on December 8, 2021, to January 4, 2022, and authorizing him on official time to observe modern trends of the legislative body thereat, akin to the City Council of Cagayan de Oro and other projects and programs of the local government units thereat, and highly appreciating whatever assistance and courtesy extended to him with respect to and in furtherance of his trip or mission under this resolution. Proponents, all majority members. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader.
Sana all. Second.
Objection? Objection. Well, kana sa bakasyon sa December? Wala pa, no? For by, di bali, continuous? Maybe. Okay, for December, for the last session for the December.
Wala ang kalendar, Toro.
Ato ka.
I-open
Okay, hinon, layo ko man, no? Di bali, our last session for the December, month of December, mga
Third week siguro. Ang
okay.
last
Okay.
13
Ah,
or
okay.
20. Depending on the results of the budget hearing.
Okay. So we have to double time for our budget hearing. Our committee chairman on the committee on finance. So, okay, Councilor Enrico Salcedo. Is it an objection?
Diyan lang, discussion, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Ako lang iklaro nga ako ning kagulo yung gasto, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Okay.
Sana all.
I think it is an objection on your
Hey.
part. So,
Nay anak sa Amerika.
so properly moved by the majority floor leader and seconded objection since there is no. So since there is no objection, resolution number 2021-247 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense for its penalty. Seconded.
The same subject matter for proposed resolution number 2021-248 for Councilor Honorable Yan Lam Lim, Mr. Chairman, within the stated period of his travel. Yes. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Properly moved by the majority floor leader and a second. Seconded. Objection? Objection. None? Hearing none. Resolution number 2021-248 is hereby approved.
Move to dispense second final reading.
Dispense for its penalty.
Second.
Seconded.
There being no other pending, Mr. Chairman, move to adjourn.
Session adjourned.